Keita and Wiyaala. He also collaborates with duo Rafiki on this album. Today we chat to Mzee and Rafiki on his music career. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Now, everybody knows Mzilikazi as a journalist. What drew you to music?
I mean, I think I was a musician first before I became a journalist. You know, I wrote my first song when I was 11 years old, and since then I never looked back. I've been writing and producing songs for years, you know. Yeah, so, and then I happened to meet these two talented guys, Rafiki, and then we formed a crew. It's called Mzee and Rafiki. Yeah.
All right, now you took a break from the music industry for a number of years, 5 years, wasn't it? Why such a long break?
I mean, we needed to research on the next project, and also as we recorded a song in more than 10 different countries, involving more than 30 different musicians, and it took more than 3 years to record. And you can't do that you can't work with 30 different musicians, from different countries in it will be practically impossible unless you've got the money and you can fly from here, from there, and there every day. So, but it was really yeah.
Right now, how would you maybe perhaps describe your sound?
Yeah, well, it's authentic African house. It's with those African elements, and we use live instruments like kora, the West African instruments, kora, balafon, percussions, and also keyboards.
All right, now why that specific genre of music? Are people open to listening to that?
Yes, people are, because we don't have anything like that at the moment. So that is why we're concentrating more, and also we Africans and we love Africa. We just wanted to make Africa shine on this album, hence involving many African countries.
Right,
yes.
I understand that. Now, it took you 3 years to finally complete this album. Why did it take so long?
I mean, the project is self-funded to begin with, and then flying across Africa is very expensive, as we all know. You need to pay your visas, the flight alone is very expensive, and also working with musicians, you need to pay them session fees. It was very expensive, and the issue is from time to time we'll work with this artist and save money to go and work with the next artist, and then because it's self-funded, and we just hustling to make our dreams come true. And it was an issue of money. Like I said, if we had all the money from day one, we'll have maybe in a year recorded the entire album. But it took us 3 years because we're from hustling every day to get more money to go to the next country, record with the next artist.
All right, now at the beginning of the interview, I mentioned that you are a journalist and now a musician as well. But how do you link the two? How do you make those two things work?
I think being a journalist is artistic, and being a musician is also artistic. It's art. It's all art, I mean, I write as a journalist. I also write songs as a musician, so they complement each other, And I mean, I think it was in my way as a journalist that opened my eyes to where I see things in Africa, that I can write better songs, because now I've got a better understanding from the knowledge I gain as a journalist. Yes.
All right, now, where would you perhaps like to take your music moving on forward?
To the rest of the world, honestly, yes. Export, import. The thing is, we featuring Salif Keita on one song called "We Are All Africans," and we have it's plenty artists. Yeah, I can't even name.
Salif Keita is a great and big musician in Africa. How did that collaboration even come about?
The thing is, we've loved Salif Keita as young boys when we were growing up. It was just a dream to work with Salif Keita, and Mzee was trying to organize for us to feature him on this song, but it was in Paris most of the time. For more than a year, we couldn't. We've been trying. We could have recorded him maybe in 2014 or so, but his manager always told us to wait for a bit, and we waited for more than a year to get him. So, having involved him and a whole lot of others, like Wiyaala is an award-winning. Also, she won Song of the Year, and we produced 2 songs for her. It was quite nice. There's more. Even we still have other artists from Turkey and Germany, like there's plenty countries besides Africa, but Africa, we tried our best to involve at least 15 countries or so.
All right.
Yes.
Now, briefly, can you guys maybe just tell us where can we get a hold of your album?
The album is coming out on the 1st of April. It's not an April Fool joke.
All right.
So we had contractual problems. The contract was only finalized and signed yesterday. So the album was supposed to come this coming Friday, but because there was a lot of problems. Working with different musicians from different countries, involve different lawyers, different laws and all of that. We only managed to finalize everything yesterday, and the album was moved back to April 1st. It's not an April Fool joke.
That's not a joke. That's
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming. We'd love to chat some more, but unfortunately time is up. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
All right, that was artist Mzilikazi wa Afrika and duo Rafiki. Time now for another ad break.